JBN to keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, woman killed in Mandela Highway crash. A young woman died in a collision on Mandela Highway Saturday morning. She has been identified as 23-year-old Shadidra Williams of Four Parts in Clarendon. The crash, which occurred about 5:45, involved two sports utility vehicles and a truck. Police report that Williams was a passenger in a Mercedes-Benz SUV traveling on the highway heading to St. Catherine when the vehicle collided into the rear of a parked truck. As a result of the collision, the Benz careened and crashed into a Suzuki Vitara that was traveling in the same direction. According to Superintendent Lanford Salmon from the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch, the driver of the vehicle in which Williams died reported that other motorists were engaged in racing and a near miss with his vehicle led to the crash. Williams suffered serious injuries and was pronounced dead at hospital. Joseph Williams, father of the deceased, said that his daughter only returned to the island this week from the United States, where she attended the University of South Florida. Williams is urging the authorities to review allowing trucks to park along Mandela Highway, which he believes contributed to the crash. Superintendent Salmon does not believe, however, that the trucks being parked along the highway presents a difficulty for motorists, saying that they are properly parked and have reflectors affixed for nighttime visibility. Meanwhile, head of the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch, Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary McKenzie, said investigations are ongoing to see whether the fatal accident was a result of dangerous driving. We gather that the vehicle just passed a speed checkpoint at 6 miles. An investigation is being carried out to ascertain properly whether or not there was a manner of driving that amounts to driving and causing death by dangerous driving or manslaughter, he said. Police seized submachine gun in downtown Kingston. The Kingston Western Police recovered a high-powered weapon in the division this morning. The Mach 11 submachine gun, along with 20 rounds of ammunition, was seized during a joint police-military operation at a premises on Tulip Lane in downtown Kingston shortly after 7 o'clock. The weapon and ammunition were found in a knapsack. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Teen allegedly found with gun on St. Catherine School compound. Charges are pending for a 17-year-old boy who was reportedly held with a pistol on the compound of a high school in St. Catherine on Friday. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that about 8 p.m., a team of officers was on duty at the school when an event was in session. On the approach of the lawmen, the boy was observed acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion. He was accosted and searched, and one Beretta 9mm pistol was seen in a bag he had in his possession. He was subsequently arrested for possession of a prohibited weapon. Investigations are ongoing. Alleged gang member among two killed in St. Elizabeth, say police. Police are reporting that one of two men killed in a gun attack in Cambridge district near Brompton on Friday night was an alleged member of the St. Elizabeth-based speculation gang. He's Donovan Bailey, 50, otherwise called Don. Police named the second victim as Elvin McIntosh, an associate of Bailey. Police sources said Bailey was well known to investigators as they alleged that he was involved in various criminal activities, including murders, shooting, and pre-deal larceny. A police report said shortly after 8 p.m., the men were in a yard when a gunman entered and opened fire, hitting them. Further reports are that the men were pumping air into a tire on a Mark X motor car when the gun attack happened. They were pronounced dead at hospital. St. Catherine women fined for electricity theft. Two women were on Friday fined for electricity theft in the St. Catherine Parish Court. Senior Parish Court Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller fined Corona Davis $70,000 or 30 days imprisonment for obstruction of electricity. Alisa Fowles was also charged with obstruction of electricity, was fined $150,000 or 6 months imprisonment. Davis was originally fined $150,000, but she begged for a leniency, telling the judge that she's a mother of a 3-month-old. The arresting officer intervened in her support, telling the court that she is indeed a young mother and that she has shown remorse for her actions. Both women were held during an operation in Spanish Town where illegal electricity connections were discovered at their premises. They were arrested and charged. Phone linked to secret tapes admitted into evidence. The cell phone used to record secret conversations between contracted killer Denvelin Minot and Portland businessman Everton Beatrice McDonald was on Friday admitted into evidence, paving the way for the tapes to be heard. The 48-year-old murder convict, who is serving a 19-year prison sentence, previously told the court that the businessman offered him $3 million to murder his wife, Tonya, but that he subcontracted the hit to Oscar Barnes. Minot had also testified that he secretly recorded about 120 conversations between him and McDonald after downloading a call recording application on the phone. He said that he gave the police the device with the recordings on August 2, 2020, when they swooped down on his house during a 5 a.m. raid. The said phone was identified by the lead investigator in court on Friday. McDonald and Barnes are on trial in the Home Circuit Court for the July 2020 murder of the businessman's second wife, Tonya. But before the cell phone was tendered into evidence, the lead investigator told the court that he had met with Minot, who had unlocked the phone and played one of the recordings. The detective sergeant said he took the cell phone to the Port Royal police station where Minot was being housed. He said that Minot unlocked the dual SIM device with his thumbprint and he entered a code to access and retrieve the two IME numbers which were read in court. The court also heard that the detective had recorded a statement from Minot about the phone and the conversations. Earlier this week, another investigator told the court that he seized Minot's cell phone on the morning of his arrest at his home in Ranch Hill, Portland. Tonya's partially burned body was found with her throat slashed in her car, which had been set ablaze along a deserted road in Sherwood Forest in Portland on July 20, 2020. The postmortem found that she had been stabbed 10 times. The detective sergeant will continue his evidence on Monday. Same mother and daughter Tashona Patterson and the 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell celebrated at memorial. Family and friends today gathered at the Jamaica Restoration Breakthrough PhD Ministries in Portmore, St. Catherine, to pay tribute at a memorial for their mother and daughter Tashona Patterson and the 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell. The infant was the daughter of opposition lawmaker Philip Paulwell. Patterson, 27, was remembered as a loving, caring mother and a kind friend. Her child was described as special and jovial. The family expressed thanks for the overwhelming support it has received. It was also shared that amid the pain and grief, the family has found solace in God's love and mercy. The mother and her child were abducted outside their St. Andrew home on September 9 and taken to East Kingston, where they were shot dead and their bodies burned and disposed of. 4 people were later charged with their deaths, 2 of whom have pleaded guilty and have been sentenced to prison. The other 2 defendants, Leoda Bradshaw, the American companion of Paulwell, and her cousin Roland Balfour, remain before the court. They are booked to return to court on March 6 next year. Bradshaw, a 34-year-old U.S. Navy officer, is accused of plotting the murder. Bradshaw is also alleged to have paid 100,000 Jamaican dollars in the U.S. currency equivalent to the hitmen as part of a down payment for the 500,000 Jamaican dollars hit. With the help of her cousin and co-defendant Balfour, Bradshaw reportedly contracted men, including Rashawn Miller and Richard Brown, to kidnap and murder the mother and the daughter. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.